Here we're looking at writing linear equations given a parallel line. So basically what they're saying is I want to write a linear equation, so I want my answer to be in y equals mx plus b, okay, slope-intercept form. And they're giving me some information. They're telling me write the line and it goes through this point, 812, that passes through that point, and it's parallel to this line. Okay. So what we need to understand is if two lines are parallel, they have the same slope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a linear equation that goes to the point 1, or has a slope 1/4 and goes through the point 812. So then I'll say 12 equals 1/4. This is my y, that's my m. My x value is an 8. Right? There's my x and there's my y. Plus b. Okay, put this over 1. And I get 8 over 4 plus b. That equals 2 plus b. Minus 2 to both sides. And 10 equals b. Alright, so now I can actually write my answer. So I get y equals 1/4 because it has the same slope. And it's plus 10. Okay. So these two lines are parallel to each other because they have the same slope. So what if I gave you the same equation, but this time I want to be perpendicular to y equals 1/4 x plus 12, and it passes through the point -1, 2. Okay. So the difference here is for perpendicular, the slopes are opposite reciprocals. Okay, so a reciprocal is when you flip it upside down. That's your reciprocal. An opposite is like a plus or a minus opposite. So the slope that I'm going to use is -4/1. So you see they're opposite reciprocals. Whenever you see the word perpendicular, you take the slope they give you, take its reciprocal, flip it upside down, and take its opposite, which is to change the sign. So now I'm going to use that one. I'm going to say y equals, I'm going to use my x and my y over here. Okay. Y equals 2. My slope is -4, which is the same as -4/1, times my x value plus the b. All right, I'm going to go ahead and solve for my b. So my final answer is y equals the slope that I figured out by doing the opposite reciprocal and the b value. So this line and this line are perpendicular to each other, meaning they intersect and form a 90-degree angle. All right, let's do one more perpendicular one. Okay. So we are going to be perpendicular to y equals -4/7 x plus 1, and we're going to go through the point -8 positive 16. Okay. So we still want to be perpendicular to this line and go through this point. So the first thing I need to do is I need to figure out my slope that I'm going to use. So my slope is going to be an opposite reciprocal. So I'm going to take the reciprocal, means to flip it upside down. Okay. Then take the opposite of it. So it was negative, so I'm going to use positive. Okay. So that's the slope I'm going to use. That's my x. That's my y. So I'm going to get 16 equals 7/4 times -8 plus b. Put this over 1. Okay. And then I will go ahead and multiply those two together, and I get -56 plus b. Add a 56 to both sides. Right? Okay. And then this is going to be my b value. So I get 72 equals b. So now I'll go back and write my linear equation now that I have what I need. So this is the slope that I'm going to use, and this is the b that I'm going to use. So it's going to be y equals 7/4 x plus 72.